Love him or hate him, Jake Paul has redefined how boxing connects with the modern world, and now, with Netflix entering the ring, that world just got even bigger. The fight will stream live to millions worldwide, no pay-per-view, no barriers. A new era of boxing has begun, one where entertainment, legacy, and money collide on a global stage. Mike Tyson once said, "Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face." On November 14th, we'll see whose plan survives. Will the student surpass the master's shadow? Or will Jake Paul shock the world again? Because in boxing, power means nothing without timing, and legacy means nothing without risk. This is Ringside Legends. And the legend of Tank Davis versus Jake Paul is just getting started. Others, like Showbiz the Adult, echoed that sentiment. They believe Jake Paul's sheer size and reach could break Davis's rhythm, that Tank's low punch volume won't be enough to outbox a man nearly twice his weight. But not everyone agrees. Shakur Stevenson, another elite technician, said simply, "Jake Paul doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell." The debate is tearing the sport apart. Can skill truly overcome size? Can a 135-pound knockout king dismantle a 230-pound disruptor? Tank Davis has never been this small, and Jake Paul has never faced this much danger. For Jake Paul, the path has always been about disruption. He's fought UFC legends, former champions, and now, the pound-for-pound monster himself. Critics like Stephen A. Smith argue Jake's still avoiding real, active boxers. But Jake fires back, saying no one remembers who Tyson or Ali fought early on, yet everyone watches his every move. Ironically, after Tyson's exhibition with Jake Paul, Davis himself questioned the spectacle. He said Tyson didn't need to return to the ring, that the fight might have hurt his legacy more than it honored it. But now, Davis is in that exact position. Facing Jake Paul for a record-breaking $100 million payday, Tank is walking a thin line between legacy and entertainment. Critics call it a circus. Fans call it the fight of the decade. At the press conference, Davis didn't care what anyone thought. He said, "I'm here to fight. Enjoy the show." And while Jake Paul played the villain, towering over Tank, there was something undeniable in the air: danger. Because even a smaller Tank Davis, when angry and locked in, is one of the most dangerous fighters on the planet. Mike Perry, known for his raw takes, was blunt. Tank isn't the same knockout artist anymore. Jake's bigger, hungrier, and stronger. Tank might not love the game like he used to. This wasn't just hype. Jake Paul's power, once dismissed as YouTube fiction, was now being acknowledged by Iron Mike Tyson himself. "Davis is probably the greatest fighter around right now," Tyson said. "But he's got a tough fight coming up." From the mouth of the legend himself, that was both a warning and a prophecy. For years, fans have drawn comparisons between Mike Tyson and Gervonta Davis. Two knockout kings with ruthless precision and intimidation. But Davis disagrees. He doesn't see himself as a mini Mike Tyson. He calls himself a boxer-puncher, not a brawler. "Mike had pure power and chaos," Davis once said. "I have the whole package." Tyson's reaction to those comparisons? Classic Tyson. "Maybe we're alike, in getting into trouble with the law. Other than that, no." It was brutal honesty. And it revealed how even legends resist being mirrored. The matchup is official. On November 14th, inside Miami's Casa Center, Gervonta Davis will step into the ring against Jake Paul, a man nearly 100 pounds heavier. It's not just a fight, it's a collision of eras, power, and purpose. Originally set for Atlanta, the bout was moved after regulators expressed concern over the massive weight difference. Nearly 100 pounds separates these two men, a difference that could turn a single punch into a career-defining moment. Across the boxing world, disbelief echoed. Could this really happen? Jake Paul, who once called out Anthony Joshua, now preparing to face Tank Davis. Even Mike Tyson, who shared the ring with Paul earlier this year, issued a warning. He'd felt Jake's power himself, real, heavy, and raw. Tyson admitted his body was sore after sparring with him, a statement that shocked even his closest followers. When you step into the ring, every punch tells a story. Every breath, every movement, is a test of who you really are. And right now, Deep inside a private gym, two of boxing's most feared punchers, Gervonta Tank Davis and Iron Mike Tyson, are writing the next brutal chapter of combat history. What started as a simple training session quickly turned into a masterclass in destruction. Tyson wasn't just watching, he was teaching, passing on his savage precision, his explosive head movement, and that trademark twist that turned ordinary punches into knockout storms. Tyson's advice was simple. Keep moving. Keep punching. Never stop. It wasn't just training, it was transformation. Observers described Tank's power as sharper, his timing more lethal. Under Tyson's mentorship, Gervonta Davis began channeling that same fire that made Iron Mike the most feared man alive. And now, all that ferocity is being aimed directly at Jake Paul.